Hello and welcome to the New Day show. For this episode, we will be speaking about, do you believe you can dismantle and start over? Do you believe you can dismantle and start over? And I know this question is ringing home for a lot of people for a few years because especially in the housing situation where many people encountered foreclosure and went through all of that and just had to dismantle the place that they call home and all of that stuff. So we are going to be touching all of those. However, before I go into that, I want you to get a piece of paper because I'm going to be giving you a little activity I want for you to do later on. And at the end of the show, I will be giving you my contact email, and I would love for you to share that with me. So here's the quote I want for you to hold in your thought as you listen to this episode. Focus on making things better, not bigger. Focus on making things better, not bigger. Okay? And I know this is ringing hard for some people because there are some people who you are in relationships, you are being abused, you are being mistreated in different ways. And you're still sitting there because you can take the credit card and you can go and charge everything and it looks good from the outside. But you know, deep within you, you are being eaten alive. Do you believe enough to dismantle and start over? Do you? You got to know that you have the strength in which to do this. There are a lot of times that we have our prize china and we have people over for dinner and people just want to be helpful and they say, all right, we're going to help with the dishes. And before you know it, 3 pieces of your best prize holiday china smashed to pieces. What are you going to do? Are you going to end that friendship with that person who had the accident? Or you say it's okay, it's China. So I want you to look on your life with that same thought of it being a precious china. And you don't need somebody to come and help with it, to drop it so it dismantles. You will have to step up and be bold enough to say, I want to dismantle this. This is not working. I don't care what anybody say. I cannot be in this situation any longer because of the status quo. You might be owning a card where you can go to the country club and you can go to this place and that place. And you know it's only a matter of you just being there. You are not being appreciated in any way. This is your time to look in the mirror and say, it's time for me to dismantle. It is time for me to call in the bulldozer. I want to read off a list of things here for you. And I want you to rate yourself. You don't need to do it now. I just want you to jot them down. But I want you to rate yourself on each of these items from 1 to 10, with 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest. The first one is your attitude. What's your attitude like about yourself? When you look in the mirror, what you see, how you feel. When you listen to your voice, what are you hearing? When you are by yourself in those intimate times, when you're in the shower, when you're by yourself in those quiet times, what's happening with you? What kind of an attitude are you experiencing? I want for you to rate yourself from a 1 being the lowest to a 10 being the highest. Gauge yourself there. The next thing is support, your support team. Do you have confidence that you can share with? People who won't betray you, people who are going to be there for you no matter what. I know that women who go through abusive situations, sometimes they find such persons at like the women's shelter and things like that. So where's your support coming from? Are you too afraid to go out there and find that support? So ask yourself the question. If you are listening to this segment and you have not yet identified the support team, sometimes it's a team, sometimes it's just one person, I want you to start planning. How can you find that team? It takes people believing in you and to know that you deserve better in order to help you dismantle what is just not working. But before they can give you your support, you have to speak your truth to them and let them be willing to come inside of that space and help you. Dismantling does not mean that you'll never build again. Dismantle means that I am willing and obedient enough to smash this mess and to remold it. So I want you to look on the process of dismantling, and then I want for you to visualize putting this together back like a piece of pottery that you mold together and put it back. You got to believe in your skills as a craft person, man or woman. Know that I can put this baby back together. I have the courage. I can muster up the fortitude to put this back together. And once I dismantle and once I put it back together, it's going to be so powerful. It's going to be way out there than anything you have ever seen. I can say this because I believe in me. The next thing I want for you to gauge yourself on, and remember, 1 is the lowest, 10 is the highest. It's tolerance. Are you sitting around just tolerating because you think you don't deserve better? Are you tolerating because you have been so abused that you cannot take a stand for who you are and for what you are? So I want you again to grade yourself on that one. The next one is resilience or bounce back ability. In order to dismantle and start over, you need to have an extremely high IQ in the resilience area. You got to be like a ball. You got to be able to bounce up and down, bounce up and down, up and down, and up and down without having any agony and any ache and any pain. But this can only happen when you believe in yourself. Don't sit around and wait. I know that when I was going to get divorced, my husband said to me, "Oh, let's stay together for the baby." And I'm thinking, no, we need to stay together for ourselves, because you wait and you stay around for the baby, and when that baby grows up, he's going to be gone and you are still going to be sitting there, girl. You got to dismantle and start over. And yes, I dismantle and I have not remarried, but that's all right, because you know what? I love and appreciate me. And the right person is out there who deserves me and is on his way to me. So that brings me into the point that I wanted to gauge yourself on, is self-love. Self-love from 1 to 10 again. When was the last time you look in the mirror and you tell the person that is looking back at you that, I love who you are, I love what you are, and I love you unconditionally. I appreciate you unconditionally. I love every aspect of who you are, and nothing, absolutely nothing, will ever change that. Have you ever done that? If you have never done that, I challenge you to go out there right now, get up from in front of the TV, you go find a mirror and say that 3 times to yourself and come back and finish listening to this episode. Once you start to implement this in your life, you are going to see a drastic change in your life. You cannot continue to look for love on the outside. You got to begin to look on the inside. You got to appreciate who you are. Embrace to whom you belong. This way, you can build your resilience, you can fight the battle, you can develop the courage and fortitude to be bolder than you have ever seen yourself. A lot of times you listen to people who have been in abusive situation, and they oftentimes will say, I had no idea I was this strong. And those words can be yours one of these days, but you have to take the first step. So, self-love, what about self-understanding? How much do you understand who you are? Remember, this is not a test. This is just an evaluation and an eye-opener for you to look on how you view you. How do you view you? So far, if you miss anything, I want to list them again. I want you to grade yourself with this on the scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the lowest and 10 the highest, on these different areas in your life. Number 1, attitude. Number 2, support. Number 3, tolerance. Number 4, resilience. Number 5, what was that one? Number 5 again. Self-love. And the other one was self-care, I think I was. I missed which one I put there. But, so if that one will come back to me, which one I had right there. Sometimes I can't even read my own writing, but that too is okay. So just gauge yourself and know which one stands out to you better. The other thing I want you to look at too is your listening. That is very important, because a lot of times there's so much that is going on around us, and we are so busy in our sorrows and wallowing that we are not tuned into what is going on in our lives. So you need to start to develop your listening skills more. You're going to find out that each and every one of these areas will help to point you in the direction that you need to go. It's like a road map, a guide that will show you, okay, here's what's going on here, here's what's going on there. And you design the diagram that you're going to put in place to dismantle that which is not working. And as you identify the present situation that is not working, as you identify the different aspects of that, you are going to want to tap into your creativity, where you will now replace all the pieces that have not worked, that have held you at a place where you don't need to be. You need to then replace them with the pieces that will help you to rise to where you need to be. People will tell you you are crazy. Why would you want to walk away now from XYZ? I want you to ask yourself, why not? Why not? I deserve better. I sat here for too long. It is my time now. And for some people, there are gallons and gallons of tears that were shed. But you know what they say at the long run? I am so glad I did it. I am so glad I did it. You will not know the support you have until you step from behind that dark curtain of fear. You got to step out there and know that there are people ready to support you and embrace you. Sometimes dismantling means that you move yourself not only from the situation, but also from the environment. I've known people who have gone to different countries, different states, different islands, different towns. You know what your needs are, and you just need to be bold enough and step out there and do it. You owe it to yourself. If you have children, you owe it to your children. However, it is never too late to start. You're never too old, you're never too weak, all the cliche things that they will say. That's just a myth. All you need is to increase your resilience IQ, build your stamina, tap into your fortitude and your courage, and know that with God all things are possible. I can do that. I don't care what kind of a carrot they might be dangling in front of you. If it is not working, you just need to dismantle it and tap into that stronger part of you. Each and every one of us, really and truly, doesn't matter how old we all are. We can think back at a time in our lives when we were at peak. We weren't settling, we weren't tolerating. We knew who we were. We know to whom we belong. And we weren't satisfying by what we weren't being satisfied by what people were saying to us or doing to us, and we just sat there and took it. We had value placed on our heads. And I'm here to tell you that value is still there. You just need to get up and brush off and repolish. Repolish who you are. You're a diamond. Although you might still be in a portion of the rough, but you're a diamond. And so long as you make that decision that you want to be repolished, I tell you, that diamond cutter and diamond maker is going to be turning up to help you to refinish that gem. It is never too late I want you to find out what spiritual practices can help you to build yourself up. In the beginning, you might be afraid to tell somebody that I can't take this anymore. I got to do something about it. However, do what it takes to get the support that you need. You got to have the right attitude. Once you develop the right attitude, you got to make the decision. After you make the decision, you need to take action. So you see what is happening here? You check the attitude, then you make a decision, what you're going to do about that, and then you take action. What's going to happen next? You look on the support that you have around you, whether you need to tap into agencies or whatever to get the support. You look for the support that is needed. Once you identify that support, you then look for ways that you can stay committed to following through. It doesn't matter what you're going to do. You got to plan it out. You got to stay true to make it happen. Who can help me pull this off? I was I was watching a movie, and it was about a lady who had to leave her husband because he was abusive, and she always come back and she saw her little boy playing in the yard, but it was never safe to take the boy. And he end up, the father end up murdering his present wife, and the little boy was the witness. And the little boy testified and said, yes, he killed the lady. And when his mother came back, he had remembered her. And he said, Mom, would you promise me that you will never leave again? And she said, here is our picture. She had his picture in her wallet that she was keeping with her every day since she left. He was 2.5 when she left, and now he was like 8. So for a long time, she was always concentrated on that little boy. So although it was dismantled, she was able to put it back so many years afterwards. And I'm a crybaby because as I watched the conclusion of that show, I said there are many people whose lives are like that right now. And that leads me to the word determination, because there is no starting over without determination. So you become committed, and no matter what, sleet, rain, shine, tornado, whatever, you must stay determined. You must be determined in having it done. It might be painful. The journey, the trip might be long, but the end result will all be worth it. It will be worth it. You will be happy that you did it over, because you know what? You only have one life. And if you do not take the time to enjoy this life now, and you allow somebody to deprive you, somebody or some people or some situation to deprive you from what you were created for and deserving in life, you will regret it. Believe you me, you will. So get your determination line up with your commitment, and be sure that you follow through on the decision that you have decided to take control of. I want to find another quote that I want to share with you, and I am going to find it in a minute. It is number 433. Where are you, 433? I cannot find 433. All right. Should be coming up any minute now. Am I? Okay, I can't even find it. 435. Let me put my glasses on so I can see. All right. There I am. There I am. Yes, we have 2 minutes remaining. Yes, I know. All right. So here is what I want to share with you for this closing here. I want for you to make a list of 25 things you want to experience before you die. Carry in your wallet and refer to it often. This is going to be extremely beneficial for you during this dismantling and starting over process. I put things on 3x5 cards. There are some of my lists I have laminated that I mount. Do whatever is convenient and comfortable for you. The one thing I want to encourage you to do is not to just sit around and say, oh, I can't anymore, it's too late. No, I want you to hold your head up high. Be proud of who you have found out that you are, and know that you owe it to yourself to dismantle and start over. You are a created being. Laying deep down inside of you is the power and the energy to help you reinvent and transform into the true person that you need to be. It is always an honor and a pleasure to serve you. Check us out on social media at A New Day Radio and TV, at facebook.com, at twitter.com, it's A New Day Radio and TV, and visit our website at DaphneClarke-HudsonEmpowers.com. It is always my honor to serve you. Namaste.